Well, hello. I hope you're doing fantastically well. I want to talk to you today about one of my favorite practicing techniques, the magical approach of taking micro rests. I talk about this in episode 147 of the Mind Over Finger podcast. So I want you to do me a favor, go catch this episode. You get to hear about how and why that works. But in a nutshell, I'll tell you now. Scientists have found that when you take short micro rests of approximately 10 seconds in between repetitions of short segments, the brain replays what you've been working on at 10 to 20 times the speed. So again, catch episode 147 for all of the details, but I'm going to tell you how to use this in the practice room today, and I'll share some of the side benefits I found with this too. So first thing, pick a passage and practice it for 10 to 30 seconds or for a set number of repetitions, let's say 5 to 10 times. Then rest for 10 seconds. And what I'm talking about here is wakeful rest. So maybe you're closing your eyes, you're taking a deep breath, but you're not working, you're not looking at your phone, you're not problem solving, you're not marking the music. It is wakeful rest. Just a couple breaths is probably enough. You just chill. And then the third thing you want to do is then start the repetitions again. Don't forget the fourth step, which is to assess. It's really good to figure out what happened and how things are better. So the questions that I think are helpful for me to ask after I resume the repetitions is, how did the passage feel this time? What worked better and why? So you continue alternating, however reps you want to do, 10 to 30 seconds of repetitions, micro rest for 10 to 30 seconds. And then you do this for however long you've decided you were going to spend on that, maybe 2 to 3 minutes, or until you feel like you've gotten the results that you want. I would encourage you to not look for perfection. Look for improvement, look for insight, look for some progress. But when things become tedious, I think it's time to move on. We want to think long term. So don't indulge in perfectionism. So maybe decide how long you want to work on it and alternate these periods where you repeat the short passage, couple measures that you'll repeat 10 to 20 times, depending on how long it is, with 10 seconds micro rest. And you assess the progress. I find that some of the side benefits for me are that these few seconds of rest, first of all, it relaxes all of my body, relaxes my muscle, but it also calms this snow globe effect that we have going on in the mind. So we just take a second to recenter, reset things, relax the body, take a deep breath, reconnect with our center. And when we resume the work, we are more present, more mindful. I just feel like all in all, this is a technique that works magically well for me. So I hope you try it. Again, catch episode 147 where I talk about the science behind this. Try it at home and then comment here below on what you find, what that does for you, or reach out in social media. I always love to hear about you, from you, and about you on social media. And of course, don't forget about Practicing for Peak Performance. That is my online self-guided program that will offer you a very clear blueprint to prepare for a performance where you feel ready, where you feel confident, and I want you to enjoy the whole process. So Practicing for Peak Performance, that's at mindoverfinger.com, and try this magical technique of the micro rests. Have a great week.